Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Botch TV, and I'm here with another WWE 2K video. So, you've probably seen a lot of my tutorials on my channel about how I make my promos, how I make segments, and put everything together for my universe mode. And the trouble with this game is the AI, how terrible the AI is, and how hard it can be to make a realistic wrestling match. Because I play the matches, and I pretty much choreograph my matches to be like an actual wrestling match. So I'll show you guys some of the sliders, some of the things that I do, some of the tips and tricks that I do to make my universe mode the way that I make it in terms of the matches. So you're going to go over to options and go over to gameplay. So I have mine set to hard. And the reason being is because legendary, to me, I feel like is so unrealistic. They reverse everything. They reverse finisher after finisher after finisher. And me, because I play the matches, I don't purposely reverse stuff. I'll let the AI get a few shots in. And I feel like that's kind of what you have to do to make it realistic, which is kind of sad considering how bad the AI is. So, these are the settings that I have in terms of like difficulty. Of course, I have hard, weight detection, simulation, reversal limit off, submission mini game, you can do whatever, doesn't matter. Injury on, rope break on. I don't have these on play mode simply because in case I have to do a match in exhibition, I don't want somebody just coming out. Blood, obviously on. That can be left on. Fair play off. Big head off. All that good stuff. Match. So I had the Superstar HUD off. Fatigue on. Controller help. Match rating HUD on. Reversal prompt on. Reversal timing assist on. Ring camera cuts on. Camera shakes on. Ringside camera cuts off, because those kind of annoy me. Replay on, post-match replay on, run breakout HUD off, display referee counts off, watermark image off, and controller vibration off. Again, all of these are personal preference right here. Most of these are personal preference. It's when we get to the sliders, which is the next part here, the game balancing, is where you're going to want to pay attention. So, I will definitely put the link of the video in the description once I find it where I got these sliders from. But I've tested these sliders on hard difficulty, and these have been really, really good for me. I've done a lot of matches. I've done a whole universe mode shows that you can check those out. RCW Relentless, RCW Daybreak, and RCW the regular show. They're all in playlists. You guys can check those out on my channel. So these are some of the settings. And you could pause the video at any time to get the settings. These are just balancing one. And I like the referee downtime to be 100 because I feel like the referee doesn't sell enough. And I also have the special move strength to 100, meaning that finishers and signatures are going to mean something. And I like that because, when you hit a finisher, you're expecting it to do something. You're expecting it to finish the match. Not always, not the way that I choreograph my matches, but when somebody hits a finisher, I want it to mean something. So I don't just want them to go for a finisher just to go for a finisher. I want them to go for a signature and go for a finisher when they should. And does it always happen that way? No, because the AI is the AI. But that's the reason why I have it be special moves to be 100. And I have foreign objects, so like chair shots, kendo stick shots, sledgehammer shots to be 80 because I just like to have that. Chain wrestling duration 100. Balancing 2. This is player. I believe this is player. So this is player versus AI. So this is if you're playing the matches. I'm not sure how good it is for people who AI versus AI, but these are for player versus AI, or player versus CPU. And like I've said, I've tested these before, and these have been really, really good for me. You can pause at any time in the video to get the sliders that you need. And there we go. And so in the next part, I'll show you guys some of the stuff, some of the testing, and you guys will actually get to see some of these sliders in action. Alright, so now we are here in just an AI versus myself, versus me versus the AI, to test out some of these sliders. So, I don't want them to reverse everything. I want it to be methodical. I really want the AI to actually think about reversing things. So you saw Luna reverse in the corner there. And at any time, I can reverse. So I just did there, obviously. And when I tried these sliders out on Legendary, they just didn't work out too well because they reversed way too much. I kind of want a happy medium where they're reversing moves, but they're not reversing way too much, and they're not reversing way too little. Like, you should not expect them to reverse absolutely everything. See? There's a good jawbreaker there, and a good running DDT there. See, like, that's perfect. It gives me a chance to get a few offense in, get a little bit of offense in, and then the AI reverses, and then I usually let the AI get a few shots in here. So, if you ever seen my universe mode before, I commentate the matches. So I'm commentating, if this were an actual match, I'd be commentating the play-by-play, I do the play-by-play. Also a little bit of color commentary if there's a story attached to a match. So I'm doing literally 3 things at once. Well, I guess 4. I'm doing both the color and play-by-play commentary, as well as doing playing the match, plus planning the match in my head, planning the next spot. So, like, you guys may not know this, but when I do my universe mode, I'm always thinking in my head, okay, I'm going to plan this next spot, or okay, I don't do it move by move by move. I plan out, like, when I'm going to hit a signature like I just did here. Or something like that. If it's something big in a match, I'll usually plan it out. But, you know, with the AI, some things can be shocking. So you never know what could possibly happen. And so I think these sliders are really, really good, personally. Like I said, it all depends on what you want to do. You can change them up if you feel the need to. These aren't set in stone. I'm not saying that these are going to work for everybody, but for me, I've tested them out on maybe about 10, 15, 20 or so matches, and they've been really well done for me. Because before, I just had default hard sliders. Like, I didn't do anything. I didn't manually go in and do sliders. And I don't know why I didn't do it. Because now I'm noticing I'm enjoying the matches a lot more. It's easier for me to script a match and everything. I'm really enjoying doing my show a lot more ever since I made these minor adjustments. And I consider them just to be minor adjustments. It's just going in and adjusting the sliders and the game balancing, and there you go. And And sometimes you'll have to tweak certain things. Like I said, it won't be set in stone. But for me, these sliders have been great. So I've had really no issues with how my matches have gone. And if I do have issues, it's usually my own fault. It's usually, oh, I didn't reverse when I was supposed to, or I didn't do this when I was supposed to, or I didn't do this when I was supposed to. It's usually human error if I have problems. But I really like this because obviously Luna's getting a few shots in. She missed there. You can't really plan for AI miscues, but with these sliders, I'm definitely enjoying my matches a lot more. The AI doesn't seem to be overly reversing everything. Obviously, with me playing the match, I don't reverse everything. I could easily just reverse every move, but that's no fun. I don't like a reversal fest. You know, I really like a good back-and-forth match. And I really like for the match to really tell a story. If there's a story attached to a match, I really want what I do, at least what I do, to match the story. So, like, I may not have as much control of what the AI does, but if I can at least combat that a little bit with some sliders, in addition to me controlling one of the people myself, it'll be easier for me to script a match and to tell a story through a match exactly how I want to. So yeah, that's pretty much it considering my sliders. Once again, I will find the person responsible for these sliders. Once I believe my friend found them, so once he gets the link to a video, I'll post the original link in chat, or not in chat, but in the description. I'm thinking I'm streaming here, and you guys can go thank that person for the help on the sliders. But these are just my personal sliders. Like I said, tweak them however you want. And I will catch you guys on another video.